Hi guys, good evening all. In yesterday's session, we were talked about what is generative AI, and we also discussed about the different algorithms being used in the generative AI, and we have seen the different applications of generative AI. But in today's session, we will talk about the application and its impact. And generally, generative AI have two different kind of application. Can you guess anyone? Can you guess anyone? What are the different kind of applications of generative AI? One is no coding applications. Second one is about coding based applications. So coding based application. Let me give a simple example. Ever worked with any organization? How many of you are fresher in this group? For example, anyone ever dreamed to be an entrepreneur? Anyone ever dreamed to start your own company? Yes or no? Anyone start your own product? Yes. Okay. Imagine you want to create a one product. XYZ is a product. Let's say you want to create one AI-based product. Are you going to build end-to-end the product? In order to build end-to-end product, do you need good amount of cash, or do you need invest good amount of money? Do you
Yes,
agree?
yes,
Yes, right? You definitely need. Instead of that, what do? You just create a blueprint or prototype. Or simple to say, you have an idea, you'll just create or implement a blueprint for an idea and you'll present it. For example, you might have seen an application called Flipkart. You might have seen an application called Amazon. You might have seen an application or app called, let's say, Uber. Right? Are they built in day one? Are they built in day one? Definitely no. Someone has invested the money. Because of that, they have grown up. Am I right? Now the question is, now the question is, now the question is, how do you build? How do you build the application? Let's understand. So let's understand the today's agenda. Just today's agenda. What are generative AI applications? So what are the applicants? What do you do with the applicant? Let's discuss about the few examples of generative application. Why do we need end-to-end applications of generative AI applications? Where do we use these applications? That's what we are going to discuss in today's class. For example, applications. What are the generative applications? The first applications which include or solve the problem or use case of QA chatbot. Solve a problem or use case of QA chatbot. Do you know the meaning of QA chatbot? What does mean by QA?
Questioning and answer.
question
Question
and
and
answer.
answer. Am I right? Question and answer. Okay, that is good. You know, question and answer. Suppose you would like to understand about particular topic. What do you do? Where do you search? To whom you ask?
Prompt.
So what do you do here? Very simple is open the ChatGPT. Open the ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Sorry. ChatGPT. Open I. Let's start now. Okay. So something, for example, here, your question, you're asking some question. Who is a famous cricketer in India? Who is famous cricketer in India? Right? See. So you have a question. What is the question? Here, who is a famous cricketer in India? You ask a question and automatically, spontaneously, you got some answer. Very interesting, right? Very interesting, right? Any question, you don't know any question. It could be personal question. Maybe you have some personal question you could not go into, you're not going to ask anyone. Definitely everyone would have their personal question. They cannot go and ask everyone else. So here, the LLM apps like ChatGPT, Gemini AI, these LLM apps leverage or act like as a chatbots. First point is clear, everyone? First point is clear? So that's what the point we discuss about The application that solve the problem use case of example chatbot. You are just pushing or giving a prompt input as a prompt. Automatically, in fraction of seconds, you are getting as an outcome or a response. What it does basically, what it does. Okay, let's ask this. So now you're given a question. Let's understand this. You're given a question. What is this question? Is it a text or is it a file? Is it a text or a file? Come on. Is it a text or a file? It is a text.
Text.
And now if you look into here, you can the message chat GPT in the down. Can you also see what is this attachment? Yes, everyone can see it, right? In the down
Yes,
where my
sir.
cursor is. What does it mean? These LLM apps means language model apps like ChatGPT, Gemini. These apps will consider input as a text or files. Files is nothing but a data. For example, it can also take as a input as a files. Okay. Now I said that what is, for example, how to make, how to how to get rich in 1 month. Okay, let's say everyone want to reach, right? Okay. Now this input is giving. Now directly output is giving. Directly it is throwing a response to us, right? Okay. Cryptocurrency. Okay. Okay. It's given some gambling betting. I mean, I'm not encouraging to do all these things, just give an example. Okay. See. But we given a some input. It is giving an output. Do you think immediately it is happening? Something is processing the background, right? Something is processing the background, right? Something is the processing the background, right? For an example, let me give an example. Let me, Bhaskar, are you there? Bhaskar K. Bhaskar K, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, may I know where you from? Which part of India?
I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Nellore district.
Okay, you said Nellore district. So that means when I ask a question, you are responding. That means the information, whatever you said that I am from Nellore, Andhra Pradesh, that information has been feeded into your mind, right? Or which is stored into your mind, right? Definitely yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you stored or you feeded or stored into your mind, I am from Nellore. I've completed my graduation. Right? If someone asks you, immediately you tell or give a response. From where response is coming from? Response is coming from your mind. Similarly, if I ask you, Pascal, how much amount do you have in your pocket as of now? Maybe you can check your pocket or you can check your purse and let you know. That means you are making some calculations. Devashri, for example, Deepak BV. If your friend asks you, hey Deepak, could you please give me 1,000 rupees I can give by tomorrow? What do you say? You'll make some calculation. If I give 1,000 rupees to him, will he able to return repay or not? Am I right, Deepak sir? I mean, not you just give an example, right? Similarly, you are making some back-end calculation. Similarly, when you give a input, how to get a rich in 1 month, it is it is in the back-end part. The back-end part, it takes care of some logic and computation. The back-end part take care about the logic or some computation. So based on the logic, what you're looking and some computation and the user interface on the front end. Front means the screen, whatever your screen looking. On the screen, it is showing the results. Now, are you clear about this? Any doubt, any point, any questions? Simple. You are as a prompt, you are giving an input. The input could be a text, or input could be something like files or a data set. You don't need to do anything, but you as a data scientist, as a analyst, generative AI analyst, as a AI scientist, you must have to understand what is happening, the background of this algorithm. The background of this algorithm, the input whichever you have given, it performing some logic and computation. After all the computation has been done, it is giving us response. Our front end show the results, required results to us. That's it. Now let's say, let me give some examples of generative applications, some built-in applications. So everyone can try. Can you try everyone? Everyone can try. For example, can you try everyone? So one of the application I want to tell, you can, these are the built-in applications, guys. Data analyst by ChatGPT. See, data analyst by ChatGPT. Here we have automatically, we have GTP. This is the built-in applications. This is the built-in applications. See, automatically, this is a built-in application. So what it does, this application has been created by ChatGPT. By using this application, you drop any files. That means you load any file. This data analyst GPT or AI-based application can will help us will help us to understand the data. It understand the data, and as well as it help us to analyze and visualize data. Right. For example, you are going to pitch one client, or you are going to attract one customer. Customer is nothing but your client or a stakeholder. Now I asked you, hey, can you? I will give one data set. Quickly, can you give me insights about the data? Or you got one some sample data about their company from internet. Quickly, you need to analyze and present the insights to the customer in front of him in next 10 minutes or next 5 minutes. Is it possible? For example, you are going to attending an interview with XYZ company. They given a data set and they've asked you, hey, Mr. Bhaskar or Deepa, you have just 5 minutes of time. You need to give me at least 3 to 5 insights about a given data set. What do you do? Will you say impossible? Will you say impossible? Will you say impossible? You
No,
cannot.
sir.
You cannot say. So let me give you some example. Okay. Let me give one example that I've taken from the same image. From here only I've taken it. Okay. And the question I've given something. I've taken one bank market data, banking company of defaulter. Show me, this is the bank market CSV file. Show me 3 interest insight I could probably show to the company as a visual. So what I will do, I will get the data from internet only. I'm going to get the data from internet, bank market data. See here, bank market data. See, from Kaggle is one website where you can get the sample data set. This is the data register. They're asking me to register. I'm going to sign in with my email ID. Okay, I'm downloading this file. So what I will do, here the application we have, right? Where is that application? So this is the application. I'm going to drag it. So simple, I'm going to drag this file. Okay. Upload from computer. Maybe downloads. Right? Bank data. I need to drop the message also. What message I'm going to write? This is a data set of banking company. See here. You can write. This is a data set of banking company for defaulters. Show me for defaulters. Show me 3 interesting insights I could probably show to my company as a visual. Or I can banking company for a defaulter. Can you show me 3 interesting insights? Let's see what it does. I've just given the information. See, this is one application, built-in application. See, the data set compromises some records here, some interesting facts. So it given some insights. As well as the 3 insights, right? It's going to give the 3 insights. See, very interesting. Can you do it yourself? I'll give 5 minutes of time. Can you try? I will give. Can you try? Everyone? What do you say? See, it's analyzing for the visualization. It's analyzing for the visualization. Let's wait for a minute. So as it is a free version, it is not, it is taking a lot of time. See here. Very interesting. See here. Very interesting. It is working still. Yeah, done. See here. Automatically, how much time it has taken to complete all these things? How much time it has taken?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, maybe less than 2 minutes or 2 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, it is given the very interesting insights very clearly. Default, so it gave a clearly information. Do we know how many records in the data set? We never seen the data. We don't know what kind of information is available in a given data set. We have just download the data set from internet and upload it to application, our AI based application. Then it has given all the information, clear cut information, very clearly given the information. The data set comprises these many records, these many rows, and these many columns. And the columns are details about here, like age, job, marital, education, default, account balance, housing loan, personal loan. So default, as our requirement is default, right? Default status by job and marital. Account distribution by default status. Account balance distribution. Loan status by default rate. And clearly, very, very clearly, it given an information also. As you observe that, first is the admin. So we have a default yes or no. For admin, we have seen majority of them are non-defaulters, no. And you can see, probably you can see in the management, and you can see technician, and you can see blue collar. You can see a few of the defaulters. Yes means defaulters. So, and the distribution, how does it look like? Yes or no, loan status wise. The first plot shows the count of customers who have default, those who have categorized job type. So helps identify the job category, account balance, land status, loan status. So automatically, so this is a AI-based application. It can done your work in fraction of second. Do you think is it easy? Do you think is it interesting? Not only the bank data, any data you can give. Or okay, for example, I load this data set. This is a bank data set. Okay, this is a bank data set. This is a data set. This data set is for bank banking company. Can you create a dashboard to understand dashboard to understand the insights? Suppose I given something. Let's see what will happen. The what is the answer? Do we need premium at this point? No, data analyst are free, as I'm using it the free only. But if you want to create a own app, then you require the premium. I'll show you also that. Make sense? Is it clear, guys? See, automatically create some dashboard. How it is created? Maybe if you ask about very lengthy, then it will give all the variables and all. But just ask us some kind of dashboards. Now that's what I just created. It is an example of data analyst one. Sir, only one you can show. Um, okay, see, that's what I written this one. I written some examples. The data set consists of, I've taken another data set and how see the graphs has been created and all. Right? This are it given. Can we try one more? If you want, I will give 2 minutes of time. Will you try your own? Will you try your own? Yes or no? Come on, please respond. Devashri, Deepak,
Sure, sir.
Nahid. Can you try? I'll give 2 minutes of time. Or do you want me to go ahead?
It's little difficult, sir.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Let me go and explain one more example. Suppose there are the few people who want to act as a, no, some of the companies, uh, if you want to build a machine learning algorithm or deep learning algorithm, but you are not sure which algorithm need to be selected, what is the process you need to be followed? Majority of them, including in my our current organization also, if I given a problem, business problem to someone, they don't know what is the process they need to be followed, right? So there is another application. There is another application name called ML model picker. Like as a chat GPT, there is a Hugging Chat is another LLM model or an application large language model. Hugging Chat is one of the free source again. So It is not crafted by me. So what you need to do, simple, you go here, just type Hugging Chat. Hugging Chat AI. So Hugging Chat, see here. So here automatically refreshed, reset to default model. Okay. So here there are the multiple models. You have review all pull requests. For example, maybe you can try something new here. Hugging Chat. See, this is how it look like. This is how it look like first. Because earlier already I opened it, so that is the reason it's going there. So I just opened in the another website. So the Hugging Chart is another AI application. You no need to sign. Try as a guest. And if you try as a guest, what is happening here? You'll ask the questions. Maybe, for example, if you want a new chart, you want a new chart, or generate a mouse portrait, something, right? They're the models, different models we have. Here, see, Microsoft, state of the open build up data set, right? Right. Assistants is the one more. GPT-5, like different thing. Create your new assistant. I will explain as a project in the real world. I will explain how to create your new assistants as your own project. Right. Right. So, for example, I want to create one of the application like one of the application something like ML model picker. So this ML model picker, it will help you as a public, as a free. This is the data source where you can get the link also. So which model should use which model should use a project kind of thing. We are given a kind of instruction. You'll act as a like active model and all. So it will help you for the predictive model. I want to write something called I want to write something. What is a suppose, for example, what is an appropriate what is an appropriate model to use to solve problem of customer churn? So, for example, we have a company called Airtel. Suppose we have a company called Netflix. Suppose we have a company called Flipkart. Suppose a company called Amazon. Everyone, how frequently are you going to make a transaction with them? When you have used last time Flipkart? Jansi Lakshmi, when you have used the last time Flipkart? Deep, when you have used the last time Flipkart? And when you have used the last time Amazon Prime? Most probably a year ago or two. I mean, few of them are using regularly. But if you as a customer, if you're not using any product more than a year or so, companies generally think you as a inactive customer, as an inactive customer. That means you're not using regularly. So that means if you're not using contents for more than 3 years, they feel that as inactive customer, there is no more part of our organization. Hence, those people are called as a churn customer. So now telecom companies such as like Airtel, Vodafone, like Verizon, AT&T, these companies are facing an issue of customer churn. Attrition means people are leaving. So I would like to understand which model will help to or solve the problem of customer churn. So that is what I want to ask. I don't know which model to build. As a layman, I don't know which model to build to solve this problem. So that's what I'm asking the question. So what is an appropriate way to solve the problem where I'm trying to predict customer? Okay. Okay, simple. Or if you want to write more better way also, where is because I want to write the same thing. So model to solve a problem where I'm trying to predict a customer. A customer is churn or default or anything. Default means well, default bank based on the transaction amount. So this is what my question is. So let's say, right, based on the information provided, sound like you are doing predict whether the customer will default on a payment base slowly of the transaction amount. Here are some of the models you could consider using a tackle this model. See, automatically it giving the answer to me. See, in summary, it is giving very clearly. See, automatically telling everything to me. Suddenly, you are looking to predict whether customer will default on a payment based on the payments transaction. Here, some of the models you could consider using to tackle. So some of the machine learning models. These are the machine learning models: logic regression, random forest, gradient descent, deep learning, and explainable AI. In summary, depending on size of the size and quality of data set as well as your resource of availability, desired level of interpretation, several models could potentially suitable for predicting the customer default based on the transaction amount. It always good idea experiment with multiple approach, compare their performance before selecting the final model. If you're able to try this, wherever you're getting better result out of all 5 options they given it, you can choose one of the model. In my daily life, this is the 5th one, explainable AI method. This is the AML model for as a bank. This is the models, explainable AI model, especially the terms we have there mentioned, sharp and lime. These are the techniques we do use everyday life in my life. Every day, my working life, I'm using this. Okay, I want to know something. Uh, can you suggest me maybe? Okay, sign in. I need to sign in. It is asking me sign in. Okay, let's sign in. Sign up. I don't have an account. Let's see. Maybe if I ask something, it would be difficult. It asks me all the details. Fair interest, maybe KSR. Please check in. Okay, something. Create an account. KSR, something. I'm just giving the 15 account. So let's say, uh, please dot wherever the car is. Where is the car? Hmm. Okay, otherwise. Okay, let's see if I ask something about predictive modeling here. This is the one we are using. Can you tell me best evolution metrics? If you don't know spelling also, don't worry. Evolution metrics for linear regression model. So this is one of the algorithm. So automatically giving answer. It is working. See, this is what we are going to do. Automatically it is giving all the required answers for us. Right. This is very interesting. Suppose if you want something on specific, you can use this model, especially if you have a questions related to machine learning algorithm, you can use. Okay, best interview questions, or I can say top interview questions, top 25 interview questions, or top 10, let's say, questions for ML, machine learning. ML is nothing but machine learning. Automatically, this Agif is basically this library which are using, especially about for machine learning. This model. Earlier we have generally data analyst. Now we are using machine learning models. So now the question is, can I create my own application as per my requirement? What do you say? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. The example hugging chart we discussed, right? So I was something question. It is given the different answers, same answers. Why into application? So you went to a presentation. You went to a meeting where you want to demonstrate your application. You start executing the code to display your front end all. No one have a time in this world. Everyone want things should be done immediately. So business stakeholders, management, for anyone working in this group, any only one. Does your senior manager or a head know about coding? No. If you start telling about the coding, are your client know about the coding? Definitely no. They want to look into the output of a particular task, right? That could be a sign of presentation, right? So even business stakeholders are client in real world, they hate coding. Of course, they like coding. They want everyone else to write the code. But in front of them, if I present in the form of coding, they will not show any in. Hence, this generative application, like the examples I've shown, application apps, demos, will plays a vital role to understand about the presentation or anything. So building like a POC in short term, if you want to done, if you want to, so building application 5 to 10 minutes not possible. If you already create your own GPTs or application, so you can create a PPTs like you want to create like the an example you have given. You want to generate insights in just 3 minutes. You want to generate a company insights in next 5 minutes. It can done by using your own application. So we have shown why end-to-end application. We will show you some how to build end-to-end generative as POC combining the back end as well as the front end. Suppose we as a KSR, okay, I don't know whether the application is active or not. Let me show you one application. Mahesh, are you there? we created one application. I don't know whether it is hacked or not. Interview with AI. We created by using LLMs. We have created this application. I don't know whether it is hacked or not. So this is one of the app we have created that it is a front end as well as a back end. So the applications we can create an application as well as a front end as well as a back end. So some UI based. So for example, you're working in the front end. What do you need? Anyone working as a front end developer, you need. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's understand. We don't know. Let's understand the question to ChatGPT only. Let's understand the question to ChatGPT only. Understand the question to ChatGPT. What skill set required for front end and back end? ChatGPT. What skill? See, top 5 skill set required for front end developer. See, what are the 5 skills? Front end developer. What are the 5 skills, guys? HTML, JavaScript, front end framework libraries, React, Angular, version control, Git, responsive design, and CSI, right? Web application. Now, as a data scientist, as a is it possible for you to develop, or is it possible for you to learn this skill set? Is it possible for you to learn this skill set? Definitely no, it is not possible. Next thing, next thing, top 5 skills for backend developers: server-side programming, Java, JavaScript, Python, Java, Ruby, maybe some of the background, maybe some the PHP, something there. Do you think is it possible to learn everything? Definitely no. But by using generative applications without knowing heavily extensively, by understanding about the basic things, no need to learn any programming, nothing, you can able to learn about these generative applications. So the UI path, example, I show the UI path. So showcasing a bunch of, it is easy for business understand. For example, you have a thought in your mind. You want to attract the investor to invest into your organization. You create a one prototype, front-end prototype. This is how it works. That by using generative AI, and you can showcase it. For example, you want to, let's say, still running. Okay. So can you create a front-end prototype for can you tell me one idea, one business, one anything which you think about, which you want to start? Anything you want to start a company? Front end prototype. Can you create a prototype for to start e-commerce business? Something. Maybe in all the cases it may not work because as we are using a free license, it may not give the images and all. For the paid versions only generate the images and the required, right, required things. But so set up a project, create, right, just but I want to without using code. So maybe you can ask that also. Can you create a prototype? Create a prototype to start e-commerce business without coding. Without coding. See, step one, choose a no-code platform. There are several platforms. Shopee. You see, one of the examples, Shopee, Wix, website builder, Squarespace, Webflow, right? Sign and setup. So these are the website. These are the websites. Shopee. If you go to Shopee, you go to Shopee. See, automatically Shopee. So start free trial. I mean, you want to can do that. See how much time it is taking? Very quickly, right? That is all is possible with this. You can show that I have this idea. These are the things I'm going to sell. It will be easy to do that. The standard components. So how it is working of generative application. The first one is about the front-end user face. How does it look like? The way ChatGPT, it accepting the input prompt. You are writing the input. It could be in the form of text or image or kind of data set or a files. So in the back end, the input, whatever the given input, based on the given input, it handles the logic and the process. It handles process. And in order to generate the response, they use LLM models. So the information or embedded, maybe it is an optional like custom documents or anything you want a specific document, you want to store, you can store. And you can create an application to deploy and monitor your app. Let's see with an example. So here, if you look into a standard architecture is, so here you can, as a front end, you just enter the text, you give the input as a prompt. It could be in the form of text or data set or in the form of image. So the backend, the logic, it will compute the logic compute, and it will go to the corresponding LLM models. And then LLM models generate the response sent through background logic, and it will display on the front end. Display on the front end. Here the two things, the custom as in required, it may, if the information is not available in LLM, it may go to the custom documents or vector databases or any optional file. This may be some costly affair, like the things like a Gemini or the things like ChatGPT. These people are using, but individual guys like us, we cannot able to use these things. Any questions on this part so far? Any questions? Any doubt? Any questions? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So no code based generator, like these are the two platform Hugging Chat, as we discussed already, ChatGPT. These are the which help us to create no code focused apps. Right, no code like front end. I mean, it is not possible. No, we cannot we can, if by using the no code application, we cannot customize front end customization, adding the more components and prompts. It is a very minimal. These will help only for the concept of proof of concept. If you want to add your own modules, you want to add more components, you want to make as per your requirement of customization, we must have to use code based apps only. These also act as an interface for the code based apps, like LLM apps you want to create. In our entire course, we can create applications by using no code based generative application as well as a code based generative application. But these are the two things, like Hugging Face and OpenAI. These are the two things which is very really helpful for us. The code base, like front end is flexible, detailed, or you can use libraries, and for generative AI libraries, LangChain, LMAX index. These are the two most important and dominant libraries which are heavily are using in the industry to customization of the background. So you can control it, right? No need to write a huge code base, no need to use JavaScript or React, anything. But by using these libraries, you just need to write 5 to 6 lines of code or maximum 10 lines of code. You can write your own, you can create your own applications also. So, like you can use a single platform like Python or ChatGPT. By using this, you can build, right, this kind of thing. Like build application GPT, we can create. You can explain while doing a project. I will explain how to create one GPTs and all. At this point, I'm not going to cover because as it is not free, it costs you around 1600, 1600, maybe $23 or $25. So I don't want to waste your money at this point. Once we are doing as a final projects, or once you enter the actual generative AI application building, we can discuss about these project. Okay, that's all for today. Now, any questions, any doubt?
What's the use case we are going to consider in this training?
See, there are multiple use cases. One is for healthcare use case, where detecting the cancers, medical, and as well as a second use case for one of the bank use case. For an example, banks are facing a regulatory issues. They need to update. For example, they get update with from regulators for every quarter or every month or so. So it is really difficult for them to update with the latest updates. So you create a generative application based on that. So automatically you can be updated with the information.
So in the backend, it will connect with the regulatory agencies. I mean,
Yes.
it depends, right? Which country you are in and
See,
what is allowed, basically, because regulations, I don't know how much they store on some sort of a
so
database,
for
right?
example, if you go to USA and all, they do use for IFRS 9. So they use for kind of CCLC or regulators. Suppose if you go to Europe, they go for IFRS 9, Basel, uh, IRB kind of thing. See, ideally, for example, here the regulators are what you need to do. For example, IRB regulators. So this is the institutional board, IRB, Institution of Review Board. So they can give the recruitment, and
Okay.
here you can go on publications, you can check that directly, you can connect this app. Okay, no need.
So basically, app will go to their site, connect it, and see what the the policies are, and if there is any change or any update, then they
it
will
will attach.
trigger.
Yeah.
No, go ahead,
They'll-
speak. You're speaking.
That no. If there is update, or if you can, if I ask you create if you application, can you tell me what are the latest changes in model performance? What are the new rules are they
Okay.
following for the model performance? Automatically, it will update with the new information. For example, as and when you are going to build a model and you're going to validate a model for regulatory model, you ask, can you tell me what are the latest changes in with respect to the money policies, with respect
Correct.
to the loss
So
policy?
correct. So the changes, what they have documented there, the content that will be published through the app to the end user.
Exactly. That's what we need, right?
Right. Right. They will not create their own meaning and translate that and
No, no,
conclude.
no.
No.
If
Okay.
you create
Got it.
own
Yeah.
meaning, if you create own meaning, it is a bigger loss.
Yes. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. Okay. And
But it's intelligent enough to go through and scan every information pertaining to that particular whatever you have asked. They will it will go scan and search all the updates and then publish it. So the user has to still go through, read, and interpret.
yeah. Yes. You have to. There is no other option, right? See, because there is a regulatory means, there is some restrictions always will be there, where you cannot replace or where you cannot fully replace with the AI. You
Right,
need to
right.
as
Legal interpretation, the end user has to make on its own, but it will just say that this is what it was stated last time and this is the change, period.
exactly.
So
if you
okay.
If you look into if you look into one of the application we discussed about the data analyst by ChatGPT, it has given the three insights to us. I hope you have seen it, right? Three graphs they've given us. But it is a user responsibility for it to interpret. AI cannot tell you that. It will give output, but end of the day, you have to, as a user, you have to interpret it as per your business requirement.
Got it.
System cannot. System or AI-based application will tell you that it will give information. However,
So,
for an example, lower the income, what likely chances to default, higher or low? For example, let's say you have a job till yesterday. You have job till yesterday. Unfortunately, I mean, not you, just to give an example.
I know. Continue.
Yeah. All of a sudden you lost your job. Will you able to repay your credit card bill? Impossible, right? As you are not unable to repay your credit card bill, which indicate that you likely to become a default. So what is an indication is that if a customer, if a X is a customer who is not having a job, whose job status is empty or no, highly likely chances to become defaulter. If you look into your data, maybe there could be very, very few records, maybe which could not be highlighted in your data set. Or your AI application will not tell you the exact requirement of what you need. It will give insight, but whatever interpretation I just give, it should be done by user only. So though what I would like to add at one point is that though you have 100 or thousands of AI-based application, as a user, you still need to understand the fundamentals of things. Business.
Do we do configuration of what should be the source?
Yes, we do.
Because
That's what I'm going to cover about the GPTs. That's what I stopped here. That's what I stopped here. That's what I stopped here, building GPT with the ChatGPTs. GPT apps. You need to create the GPT apps. Third configuration. So if you see here, workflow, GPT. I mean, if you look into here, sign up. So you need to buy it. That's what I told you. You need to pay. Unless until you cannot pay, you cannot upgrade your plans. GPT, explore GPTs. So hit the GPTs. You want to create, see what's this what you are creating. Key configuration setting includes description, instructions, how the app should behave. Conversation starts showing examples. That's what. But as an example, I showed it for no code base. But If I start
Understood.
showing, if I start showing for code based, it may not be feasible at this point of time.
Understood. How long this classes will be? How many weeks?
It is going to be 4 months to 5 months. So
4
first
months.
I will
And what will
start on
be
that. Yeah, please.
what will be your use case? I mean, what case study we're going to do?
We start cover from the Python, statistics, machine learning, and deep learning, computer vision,
Okay.
and AI-based application, LLMs, RAG systems. RAG systems will help you to deploy the model into productions sequence of order. So as you asked me, right, does it configure the models? Yes, it configured can be
Mhm.
done with the help of RAG systems. Okay.
And so we will need to learn the coding a little bit.
Exactly. You see, if
Yeah.
you don't know coding,
Mhm.
let me tell you one example, guys. How many of our work? So today, what is the biggest news in the market today? What is the biggest news in the market today?
Microsoft issue.
Ex-
Microsoft. Yeah.
Microsoft issue. Thanks, Deep. You have highlighted the point.
Yeah.
Microsoft issue. So imagine a scenario. Microsoft as a created an application, your company is solely depend on this, solely depend on that product. And you are making a transaction every day is 1 billion, let's say 1 million rupees per day transaction. All of sudden, as today, Microsoft is not working for a day. Imagine what is going to happen to your business. What is going to happen to your business? Are you going to shut down? So next 24 hours, what do you tell? What do you tell to your customers? Yes, are generating more than 1 million in a day. Can you say sorry?
Yeah.
My application is not working. You cannot write.
I see.
They will not. They will not trust you. Trust is more important in a business aspect. So what if the proportion of relying on tools like Microsoft, Google, or ChatGPT is less than 10%? Still, your 90% of business is running, right?
Yes.
So 90% of work, what if you've created by your own? You means your company. Then it will not affect your daily services. So I strongly recommend to everyone, slowly, never ever depend on any product which
No
give
monopoly.
you no monopoly, which will give instant result. Always I would suggest or I would recommend to create your own products. In order to create your own product, you must have to write or learn coding aspect. That is what we are going to cover in our course. I shown you already. I shown you that 2-3 I show you that 2-3 examples or apps how you can done. What if I show you one of the example like ChatGPT by data analyst? What if it is not working tomorrow? I cannot able to generate the insights, right? What if you create your own application? What if you create one application, it is giving the results instantly? Where you create your own application and you are very speaking directly to a database. Hey database, hey data set, give me this information, that information. What if this is increasing, decreasing, or not? That all can be done by using code-based AI applications. Our course is focusing more of code-based AI application rather than no code-based application. As an instant, so I cannot show you everyone to you in the first day itself. This is the code I'm returning and all. You'll get fear. You'll get worry about it. So hence I just show you the as a demo straight purpose. I have shown you as a no code based applications. That's
But
it.
at 4 weeks, we should be exporting.
No,
We should be
no,
learning
I said
coding
4
also.
months. I said 4 months,
4
not
months.
4 weeks.
Sorry. 4 months. Okay. All right.
4
Thank
months, I
you.
said. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Makes sense. Any questions, guys?
4
And
months, 1 day per week, right? 1 day,
no,
like 5 days,
6 days in a week, 2 hours
6
daily,
days. Oh,
Monday to
okay.
Saturday. See, what I would request all of you, just I'm asking 2 hours of time where you're spending. I'm not you, where most majority of them
Yeah, I know.
spending, where majority of them spending on their Insta, Facebook, YouTube. Just assume that you have
We-
not see the Instagram for next 4 or 5 months. Nothing is going to happen. World is not going to die. but after end of the
You don't
fourth
have to
month,
master it. You have to just get hands-on and understand what can
but
be
you will
done.
become a master. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Amazing.
Next, yeah. See you on Monday. Monday, I will start with one of the use case for the banking use case. I'll talk about that, and we will discuss about the EDA base, like EDA base, and we'll start from the EDA introduction to EDA statistics. We'll start about this first point, explorer data analysis. How we start the explorer data analysis, pitfalls, what is there, and all. We'll talk about from here. We'll start about our course.
So
Okay?
4 months, 6 days a week, 2 hours per day.
Yeah.
We just have to sit and listen to you and
Not
do
only
not
sit
worry
and
if you.
not only
No,
sit
no,
and
of course you.
listen. What you have to do, just let me add one point. Sorry to disturb you or interpret you.
Yeah, no,
But
go ahead. Yeah.
in 2 hours of class, I asked you in the middle, if I'm not wrong to ask you, I just created one data analyst ChatGPT. When I opened it, I explained, I know, practically I shown you in how to generate the insight. I asked everyone, can you also try? Remember? So whatever I'm trying in the class, whatever I'm executing code, you must try parallelly along with me. Then whenever you get a doubt, whenever you get stuck, why you have done like this, why not other way? You would be master in that point. What if you're just listening? At any point of time, your concentration go away from the actual topic.
No, of course you will make it interesting. We know that. But about
Even
the subscription.
I made you an interesting also, you can able to focus only 45 minutes. As per the rule designed by us, mentioned by Einstein, in this world, one person can able to concentrate maximum 50 minutes. So if you look into any school, any college, each period would have been only for 50 minutes.
Yes.
But our class is going beyond 50 minutes, which is for 2 hours. So directly you're just sitting and listening, impossible to follow. Not only you, everyone. So that is the reason.
No, my question was that do we need to come with a prerequisite prepared, like you should have a basic knowledge of SQL or basic knowledge of Python, and then only you hop on this, you can start on this code.
Yeah, that's what we are covering. That's what we are going to talk about, the data and all. To understand data, we'll give an introduction about the Python and all. Okay.
Sure. All right, so thank you.
Thank you.